I blame John, especially since John just telepathically knows I have to wake up earlier than him tonight.
What's our
I'm on
bedtime then?
I don't care. I'm just whatever. It's not for work.
I'm on vacation, so I can do whatever.
Wow, how about you do whatever on Saturday?
I am at a wedding on
Yeah, I
Saturday.
know. That's why I said it.
Mazel tov.
All right, John, recap it. No more of this faux democracy. Just do it.
hmm Oh my god! I wish a big booty fucking Force user would do the recap right now.
That's me running to the microphone.
That was funny. That was good.
From whence we last left off, Star Wars.
The final frontier.
Basically, we are once again advocating for Imperial expansion and diplomacy, whichever one comes first, probably. To that end, we gotta kill somebody's dad. But he's not anybody's just dad. He's the king of Tronosk, which, okay. Wow, congratulations. But he's still important, so, you know, we kind of have to deal with this a little bit more subtle than perhaps others might like. I look at Anthill saying, how about we just kill them all? Yeah, wish we could. Sorry, pal. But we assembled our top military advisors to inform them of the plan and get them all on the same page.
And Antil.
And Antil. Antil, who just interjected himself when no one asked. So, the basic outline is we have agreed with Imperial Intelligence to a favor down the line for a hamburger today. And the hamburger is death and activating Project Sergeant Quasar so that we can go in there and kill the King of Tronosk. The only question that really remains regarding that, at least, is, okay, well, killing him is kind of the straightforward part. How do we assemble the Tronoskians in a way that does not implicate the Empire as having done it? Still workshopping that idea, I think. The other part of this conundrum is once we have established control over Tronosk, do we maintain the outpost or move into the city? To which I think we have sort of come up with the middle ground, which is we will eventually inhabit the city, just not right off the bat, except for maybe like a detachment of troops to maintain Imperial security. But I believe that is kind of where we left everything off. All that we need is just a little bit of a political schema, and then a date with Destiny.
You also
Not the
forgot.
streamer.
You also forgot that the Mandalorians are going to be splitting up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's sad. But hey, what can you do? They're mercenaries.
Technically not. They're in like a middle ground.
Technically, they're privateers.
We're vassals of the great Sith Empire, but we still like money.
They're the allies you can call in, and the AI controls.
My name is Lord Darth Motherfuck, and I command you to do this without pay.
Who the fuck are you?
Factual.
And I think that was it. Anybody else got it? Something I missed?
For the most part, just some of the details we went over, potentially framing Zerka, other corporations, the feasibility of blaming the Republic or another off-world faction. But those were just details that we discussed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty much the rest of the planning is up to you if you wish to still plan amongst yourselves. You can also choose to include other people into it, as you so desire. You do have Sergeant Quasar, or the entity formerly known as Sergeant Quasar.
This is true.
I
And
do.
considering he's
Go ahead, finish.
considering he's going to be flying the shuttle straight into the palace, fucking Darth Malgi style. Maybe
I don't know if he's.
maybe he has some sort of insight into what this project that activates his kill phrase is.
Well, remember, there was the discussion several sessions ago of Zim being concerned about moles in his court, both of the Freeman kind and of the other kind, and then Agent, I always forget the number, 'cause I'm bad with numbers. Watcher, 37 or 47?
37.
37, okay, I would have been right.
47's 2 on the nose.
Yeah. Watcher 37 did mention that those fears may have been well founded because Imperial intelligence be like dat dough. So we don't have to assume it's going to be as blunt as the front of a familiar shuttle, but it may still be blunt. I do have something for our last night in preparation for the day to come, but that is mostly a tertiary detail. I will help with any specific plan we decide on, though. Dr. Kladdu is not going to shot call which approach we go for, but he will assist with any of them and provide input. If you want to ask Dr. Kladdu his opinion about anything.
I'll also note that Lord Kylos is in the camp and has said remarkably little during the sit rap.
More like Sith rap, but no. Yeah, John, go talk to Dad.
There's an idea that we haven't considered yet.
Is it related to thermal detonators?
No.
We did consider that one. Very intimately.
We're gonna consider that one.
Or are we considering the robots? Is that what you're referring to?
No.
Okay.
the
new
idea
plan.
is, new plan, right? We go to this Sergeant Pilot, right? And we make a circle around him. We hold hands, right? And we start saying his kill phrase over and over and over again.
love
Until
it.
he overloads and starts killing everyone around him. And then we ship him into the palace.
Precisely. I think that's a really good strategy, personally.
It's like old RPG like pathfinding logic. We're holding hands around him so he can't move. He's just locked there until we leave. But I will say, in addition to the Kylos thing, since this was mostly going to be a meme, but now it might actually have just the tiniest bit of functional purpose. Dr. Kladdu will expend for luxurious dining service for all of us tonight. And you can invite anybody you want.
I actually would like to talk to Ote.
Yeah, you can do that.
I'm back.
Yeah. Welcome back, by the way. Yeah. I'm assuming he's in the Vizla camp and not in the main camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's among the various the thousands of Mandalorians that are picking their gear and making ready to move out. He is among them.
Wonderful. I will actually approach him. First and foremost, straight up. Be like, hey, Ote. I actually have a question regarding you. Where do you think that the Clan Vizla are going to be landing in the near future?
He will raise up a map on the holopad that he has, and he'll point on near, and it is a separate continent that he is being deployed to, with a forming camp there. He's supposed to be the spearhead to help establish wildlife there, which he seems to be all too pleased to do.
Is he going to be is he working right under the Darth?
No, he kind of scoffs at that. And, no, that's try to keep away from them.
I mean, good shout, to be honest. Interesting. I was gonna say, I mean, if you ever, want us to help or anything of that, like, I guess just feel free to give us a call. I guess. I don't know really what to say in this moment in time. I'm kind of sad to see you guys go. At least in regards to this camp, at least.
Well, the way of life. We move on.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure we'll meet again in the near future.
If that is the way of the stars, and that is the way of the stars.
Yeah.
And before vaporized Luke Skywalker
But
movie.
he'll extend a hand outward towards you, his forearm presenting over his hand.
Yeah, I'll reach out, and obviously my helmet's off already, and I'll offer a nod of respect before even doing it, and then extend my arm and give him a nice firm shake, and say
he will say up. He points behind him. We are going to leave a few of our guys here. You can you're young, but you've got a head to you, so you can keep them safe, and they'll keep you safe.
I'm gonna obviously the fucking there's gonna a smile fucking crack and another nod and be like, thank you very much, Vode. I respect that.
Yeah, just make sure we hear about your tales on the other side.
Likewise, eh?
And he'll give you a little hearty chest pat on your armor. And if there's anything else, I'll just go back to
And
packing.
I hit him with the clear skies and happy hunting,
Yeah, he'll return it.
and then I will. No, I'll go back to my boys. And actually, is he? Do I see which guys he pointed towards?
Yeah, and they're among the hundreds of people here in your immediate view. They are notably still standing behind and wrestling and kind of training themselves.
Wonderful. I'll head over and go to introduce myself to them. If that is if they don't know me already.
They probably know of you. Given that you are probably the most distinguished Mandalorian who has touched down in last few years. So, yeah, they know of you, and they'll break up their fighting when you come over and huddle around you, kind of present themselves.
Start fighting you. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, they smosh you together.
I'll say, boys, I'm looking forward to working with all of you. You're not going to be working for me or anything like that. Like, we're going to be working together. I'm hoping that we could do some nice things to make all the other Mandalorians proud. You guys continue as much. I'll let you guys know if we need anything else. And I'll toss them my frequency too if they need to contact me or anything of that like.
And they'll establish like a shared communication like between all of them that they can you can pick up on.
Wonderful.
But like you, they seem rather young.
Yeah.
Untested but eager.
Fuck yeah. All right. I mean, I guess I'll oversee them fighting and like just gauge kind of like how they kind of are. See if I can give them any tips, tricks, all that kind of stuff. And worst case scenario, I'll just go back to the Sith with the fucking giant smile on my face.
Give me a tactics roll.
Yep, can do. 19.
Perfect. All right. I'll keep that in mind for later.
Wonderful. I guess I'll head back to the Sith and be like, I just got a pleasant surprise, boys.
I'm a father.
Yeah, I'm a father.
Funny how that works. If I had a nickel for every time that happened to me.
Yeah, I have a few Mandalorians under me, at least, that are going to be remaining within this camp. So I have a few guys that I can utilize in a squad if we're needed.
Oh, I thought we were talking literally. That's also
No.
wonderful.
No. Yeah.
I was trying to figure out who was the unlucky woman. But that is good. Good.
I almost said Nasira, but I know you'd probably force joke me, so. Haha, joke. Haha. My lord.
There
Okay,
we go.
so-
That is what that was reading.
I bet silent he went. Don't you joke about my waifu?
Yeah, it's my destiny to corrupt. Sorry, pal. Move on.
I got a taint for you right here, bud.
Well, I guess the only question is, Kylo's first or Quasar first?
Probably Kylos.
Do we want to invite him to the fancy dinner later? Is that what we want to do? Further impress the Lord himself.
I don't think we can really impress the Lord.
Well, you can try. It's never too hard to try. I mean, they're all about image and importance and I don't know, magic
I wouldn't
and
know.
redness.
I wouldn't know.
I'm considering political ramifications. You don't invite your lord, really, because he invites you. So I'm trying to figure out. I mean, this seems polite, but I just don't know if it comes condescending.
Hey,
I
I'm
could-
having dinner, my lord. I'm not inviting you.
boss.
It would be cool if you showed up, but cool if you didn't too.
I mean, I could roll a bureaucracy check to give good old Rafan advice on his own social norms as a Sith. But that or galactic lore. I could
No,
do
I
either
feel
or.
like Kylos has enjoys good dinner.
None of that swill that you have, the fucking servants serving you. Dr. Kladdu is buying our dinner tonight. He eats better than you.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something, but it'd have been in
him a
character.
grand party. A grand party. Welcome to the camp, my lord. There's just streamers and fucking party poppers and
There's some people holding sparklers.
Aliens in the slave pit forced to wrestle each other for the promise of freedom.
Imperial soldiers forced to hold sparklers. They're waving them around, but at the position of attention.
But that was just a suggestion. We could literally just instead just go walk over to him.
Yeah, I think we just walk over to him,
That's good for me.
but we will have the dinner, and he can come too. Hey, join the Empire. We're like cool and.
Indeed. And I will be inviting 2 people to talk for that dinner of my own volition. And, well, I may or may not instruct Rafan beforehand, but I will attempt to invite General Radreen and Nasira.
Who was the first one?
General Radreen, our boy. the
Okay,
myth, the legend.
perfect. Yeah. Yes, excellent. Yes, agreed to both.
Okay, then I will tell you. So we will have 2 more conversations besides Quasar and, well, 1 more because they will both.
What if he didn't agree? Would you still invite them?
I would phrase it in the most upstanding military tradition, human centric gathering of the greatest minds of the camp. But if he did not want to come, I would still be as polite as all get out.
Also, what a shame not inviting Intel. In his
What
own
a
camp.
shame.
What a
a
shame.
shame.
His invitation
Wow.
got lost.
Until his own
In his
camp,
own
his own
In his
camp,
own camp.
his own, implying he's still commander.
No, he's invited to the dinner in his own camp, consisting of his tent and consisting of reheated microwave dinner.
You gets to eat hot pockets.
Mhm.
But yes, that can happen third or in whatever order. First, we go talk to Rafan's dad. And I will also subtract the credits now.
Damn, 1050.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I know how that is.
No, you don't. I'm saying genuinely, don't worry about it.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's a big loss, but, I appreciate you taking the sacrifice.
I'm so glad you understand. I will bring this up for eternity. But yes. To our Sith Lord.
Yes. Go get it.
Well, he is within the command. How do you? He is presented among many guards. He does not seem to be long for this camp, as already seemingly talking about a dispersal elsewhere.
I will file in behind Rafan and Alvaro as the loyal attendant, servant, and functionary. Nobly dressed as always.
Excellent. When you say dispersal, do you mean
He's going to cut off his limbs and disperse himself so he has greater reach across the planet?
the
He's gonna,
landmine tactic?
he already knows the secret of the crystals. He's gonna turn into a cloud of rock candy and fly away.
Yeah, there's that. It's a solid plan.
Yeah, he turns into rock candy, and I ground him up and snort him.
That's how you become
Unlimited power.
That's how you become Darth.
The big sniff.
Of course, respectful bow. Ask for just a few moments of his time.
With a sort of waving gesture, two attendants who are either side of him and seem to be guiding them themselves, or at least helping prop him up in his more advanced age. Sort of like a human cane. They separate off and reveal your master in his gilded form, looking like a singular sort of dragon's treasure, all bundled up. But of course, at his feet and his boots and robes have collected this thin layer of mud, and either chooses to not acknowledge it, or has made peace with. He's going to burn these robes. They are tarnished and stink of alien filth, but they go unannounced for now, as he tracks in mud further behind him, walking through the command station, no one else seeming to correct him. But he nods his head. Walk with me, and already he starts to head towards the exit of the command center and towards the landing pads.
All right, I follow along, and I make sure to direct to one of the lower enlisted to please clean up directly behind the Lord.
He's got a snail trail behind him, dude.
Yeah, literally being cleaned up by a man with like a fucking broom, like following behind him, just like sweeping the mud up each fucking step.
Indeed, I will follow, but at that healthy distance behind, where I'm not eavesdropping. I am
Mm-hmm.
making. I am the entourage, the entourage leader. Everybody has to listen to what I say.
Are you trying to
do,
still listen to the conversation, or are you further back enough that you don't really hear it?
I'm gonna say I'm far enough back that I can't hear, but I will be just kind of watching the environment and them.
Okay.
I do Secret Service pacing. I am in the shadow.
Okay. You're the quick reaction force.
Yeah. I'm the QRF with the fucking stupid ass gun.
Yeah.
With the rotary. I'm gonna move object him up in the air so he's like a door gunner for like 6
Yup.
seconds before he hits the
Yup.
ground.
Yep.
All right. What's the word?
God, I need to get some water.
Gets a little choked up around.
He's just so dreamy.
Literally me. He's my self-insert.
Literally me.
God damn. Trying to get it in that right spot. I had not expected you to leave the camp so soon, my lord. Where does the war effort take you next?
He offers a bit of a pause and to consider your words as how much is he willing to entrust to you, and you get a fair few dozen feet before he opens his mouth to speak up. While you will be taking over the city and I'm returning to the Imperial Core, there is a matter on Dromancos that I must attend to.
I understand. Clearly, far more important business than this backwater.
Well, it is a important subject which needs to be reached to the sphere directly, rather than through envoy. But know that I will have my eyes and ears ever present on the city of Trinosk.
I see. And very much welcomed. Though I did notice that there was not as much input as I believed you would have on the discussion.
Again, there's a delicate pause, as any moment he can resume speaking, but he just chooses not to. Whether now it's kind of a malicious thing to keep you on the edge, or it's more purposeful where he is actually just choosing what words he wants to share with you. But he speaks up again. I've grown to be trustful of your motions ahead with the assets that I've provided. You've done a good job, and that is an attestment to your upbringing. You have done well in the spotlight, far better than the others.
Though, it seems that one tries very hard to be in it, and the other not so much.
Antil is not suited. He will be shifted from the sphere to something more accommodating towards him. Nasira, she has other tasks ahead of her, like you have your tasks.
I understand. Though, with Antil's departure, perhaps a recommendation to Alvaro's master.
Again, another pause. My brother is a insightful person, though I believe Antil will not be even suited for him. He needs a firm but gentle hand. One that can guide him rather than crush him. Antil will thrive in Imperial military. This is true. But not necessarily among its spheres. Yet, at least.
I'm sure that he will have an interesting career, no matter where he ends up.
I'm sure you will. Well, he will make great effort to remind you of his accomplishments coming forward.
I wish him the best of luck, because I will need all of the effort he can provide to remind me.
There's a longer pause, and Lord Kylos isn't one for really breaking the sort of stoicism that is demanded of a Sith Lord. Or at least in an unsure company, you know, there's a sort of prestige with being a Lord. Give me a perception check, actually.
Even though I'm out of earshot, can I make it too?
You are behind, so no.
Okay, that's fine.
23.
23. You know there is or you can, as you like look over to him, who is admittedly shorter, but given his advanced age, you can see in his pause that there is a genuine smile that comes up on his face, at least for a few seconds, but quickly killed thereafter. We shall see about Antil. It kind of breaks the further character and the response, given that in order to kill the smile, there is a need to speak. So his words are less practiced when they come out. He speaks up. Antil will remain on the planet, so will hear of him, but under other command is where he will either prove himself or get himself killed. I'm sure either is a relief for you.
That is our way, and I will be happy to see it carried through with. But before you go, I wish to ask for advice.
And now, as you're nearing the landing, the upper raised platforms, you're at the stairs now. Before actually ascending, you he drives to a stop and he looks to you, looks up to you, in a almost fatherly way. And when he does stop, one of his attendants comes over and takes up one of his arms to help him now that he's not in motion. And he doesn't say anything, but he expects you to continue.
Getting to the king with the assistance of Imperial intelligence should be a simple task, but unifying them and negating the Empire's involvement in the deed is something that I am having trouble with. I am more of a diplomat than I am a masterful executor of intrigue. I understand that I need to keep the war effort moving, and providing them with a new target would be all the best to rally the forces behind us, but the circumstances seem slim.
And so you're asking, what exactly? Are you wanting to know what I would do, or are you wanting a little help to formulate your plan?
Hmm. I would say that, is it too much to ask for both?
He breaks sight from looking at you and sets his attention onto the camp instead. And
I gotta turn on the charm.
yeah,
I bust the dial at 11.
give me a persuasion check.
20. I'll hit that with a force point.
Okay, you do have your temporary as well as your Force
21.
Guardian. 21. He speaks up and he says, Imperial intelligence will be useful. Our alliance with them has bore me many results. Though would be careful on trusting them too much for obvious reasons. As you can find out with your own shuttle pilot. This is what I would do. Your prince and he speaks as if though you're already, the prince is a possession, not a person within, the Imperial society. Being not only an alien, but being non-Imperial. He continues, your prince is your best asset. I would use the information that he has. He's alerted you that there is or at least was a plan of whatever you call them, to attack the city. Simply devise further allies to their cause. Take some of the Imperial troops, expendable as they are, they can be of use here. Remove their armor, have them strike at various points within the city. Elaborate plan that has an ultimate attack leading to the throne room. Have the attack state their intentions to replace the king with whoever, another noble family, as Nasira pointed out, as they a dime a dozen. And have everyone killed. Place your prince on the throne. Have your prince make a rousing speech of imperial cooperation in order to end an elaborate attack on the city, and that the city can no longer remain as it is and must accept imperial might to overcome the planet in order to protect itself.
Very well encapsulated. And I believe very simply executed. We'll have news to you on Droman Kaas very soon to Tronos fall.
I do look forward to hearing about it. It will obviously further diminish the attacks of my rivals in the city. So, do make sure that it is a success.
It will be done, my lord.
And with that, he'll turn and, tracking his muddy robes up the stairs, he gets into a shuttle and unceremoniously departs.
I made him laugh, so
You did.
Yeah.
plus
it's like-
one for me.
It's like a Destiny bonus right there. Corrupting him with your shitty sense of humor. I'm kidding.
Corrupting Lord
That was a
Kylos'
sick burn. Fuck you.
It
That was a pretty sick burn.
Yeah.
It was epic.
Until takes force damage.
He feels a disturbance in the force. Something just happened.
I
It's a
feel like
canon event, bro.
somebody just laughed at me.
Well, if he gets a disturbance every time that happens, you better get used to it.
He assures you
Alright.
he shot hot shit everywhere else.
Listen, my dad owns Microsoft. He can't be saying stuff about lately.
Hot shit at the comedy club.
Yeah, my dad owns Trinosk.
Slide
Don't
aside.
fuck with him.
Slide aside, John. Anytime you do something really awesome, you got to use the force. Reach out to Ansel with a 30 plus, and then be like, "Here's my rousing success, bro. Here's my pride. Here's how proud I am right now of myself."
Bro, imagine being given up to adoption and you're still this fucking old.
But
Reconvene.
yeah, I will be right behind, and I will get all of the sick deets that you feel relevant sharing. And
Yes. We assembled the plan.
indeed,
Also, yes, and this will be an excellent discussion for dinner with Nasira there, because we'll need to designate an appropriate scapegoat.
indeed.
I don't know, somebody stinky and smelly who would actually pose a threat to the Helms, at least.
Yep, we can sit in a nice camp tent, luxurious meal. There is a there's probably a sign out front that is select military only, and has like Nasira's name on it and the generals, and probably another sign that says no aliens, with the exception of the
True.
above. But
Yeah, Nisira looks at the sign. Oh, unfortunate.
but I
He's near
imagine
human.
very
What is Nasira? I mean, she's Ordvanirian, right?
Yeah, they're near humans.
yeah.
They're
Second best.
yeah, they're near humans as we classify them. Given that she's a longer standing lineage on the planet, they've intermingled with various species over years.
That's very unfortunate.
Yeah, the Republic has had their ways with the planet.
Terrible. Just terrible.
Absolutely disgusting.
I have been offered funnel cake, so I'll be right. I'm having my own luxurious dinner.
Isn't he? Isn't he though?
Proceed forth with
Yeah.
discussing the plan and everybody else.
Yes, and I also have some extra things to throw in there. I may let Rafan actually grill Nasira for the potential scapegoat, but in the meantime, I will conduct the dinner. I will welcome them. I will give them the brief primer of our plan, and I have an additional point I would like to add as we are all seated in this elite company. Since it is that we are truly the most effective that this planet has at ever seeing the grace of Imperial civilization, I think it only best that we acknowledge that better together is a phrase that is true for the Empire and for those of the Sith, and should not be used coarsely by, well, just the Helms, because they happen to say it first. We Imperials, we should take the things that are good and make use of them, no matter if they didn't come from us first and we stole them. I will more bluntly say that of everybody in this room, I know Rafan and Alvaro see few others better equipped to lead the Imperial military in all matters, no matter what the opinions of other military or Sith might be, than our General Rudreen, and this could be a very fruitful partnership. And the same for Nasira, who any amount of subtlety or secrecy or alibi in the public limelight could be useful going both ways. If there were ever a situation where perhaps an act of fortuitous comeuppance were to be necessary, not betrayal, betrayal is such an ugly word, but if there ever were, I am certain that Rafan and Alvaro, being two enterprising Sith who value the both of you, would pay handsomely in both deed and in coin to know of such things and to align our purposes against any bad ideas. And I will opt right now that I would be willing to pay them and make the check for any learned secret information from them while I have them gathered here at the dinner. Either now, if there's anything spicy that they could tell us, or if anything ever came up in the future.
Okay. Are you looking for anything in specific, or are you...
No, it's more like a blanket.
Just like, so you don't... Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't want to, like, waste your credits with, like, yeah, they know who picked their nose, and, you know, shit like that.
Yeah, it's a blanket preemptive,
okay.
Hey, here is an offer, and I can make good on that offer right now.
The Watcher is a foot fetishist.
I wouldn't doubt it, man. Imperial intelligence, but...
Little prods up in here.
But I can attempt yon roll, and I have the money on standby. Or I could not roll it, and they just know that I will in the future if it's ever...
Yeah. Given how they've, you know, both been relatively confined to this garrison, they don't really know too much that you guys don't know. Not anything that's worth, like, excessive amounts of credits for.
Indeed. But the classic offer of, you know, if anybody is going to prompt you to betray me, or if anybody is going to betray me, I will pay you more.
Yeah, and they are really receptive for that, or receptive to seeing how you guys are on sort of a coalition, loose as it is. You guys are aligned in both motivation and
Practice.
Political sway right now.
Indeed. I thought I heard John sit back down. Was that you, or did I hear somebody else?
I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, that was the alternative motivation that was not announced to Rafan before the dinner, is him saying, yes, I will pay you to not betray us, and instead help us betray who would ever betray us.
That is a good alternative to the offer that I would give them. I receive your loyalty, and you receive me not killing you.
Well, now, see, now...
Which is also pretty good. They've seen you...
angry.
Yeah, they have proper incentive, and if, you know, they don't, you know, you don't know who exactly was the traitor or anything among your supposed ranks, but seeing how they both accepted your invitation, it's probably not them.
Indeed, which, even then again, Dr. Kladdu smiles and gives the thumbs up to Rafan before downing a bunch of blue juice.
Blue milk?
Blue milk, sorry.
Yes, only blue milk here. The lower unless you get the green milk.
You get the fucking Zuna touch right now.
Ooh, that's spice. That's a vintage meme.
That's what she would always.
Tuna?
She'd always fucking order blue milk at the bar. That's the character that Ellen played, Tom, on
Oh.
SWTOR, where we met her.
Oh no.
Slash me drinks blue milk. Slash me
Slash
cringes.
Slash me leaves.
I love it. That's how I remember blue milk. But yes, I left those talking points up to you, John, as Rafan, to finalize the more diplomatic approach to the plan. But I welcome them all. I gave them the general plan and gave them the soft touch of inner schemy.
Very good.
Oh.
There we go. I was trying to figure out how to get out of the activity.
Firstly, I will consult Nasira regarding. Does it matter if we choose? I know she said that the nobles were a dime a dozen, but is there an ideal in this situation? I looked at Dr. Kladdu. What do you know about? Do you get to the Cloud District very often?
Oh, well, funny you should say. All this food doesn't come from nowhere. But I could roll a bureaucracy to just have a cursory information knowledge of who are names available to draw from, but I probably don't know the context. Nasira does.
Whose family line are we going to end?
Yes.
On a whim, basically. Like, we're coin flipping who we're just gonna fucking murder.
16 on a nat 6.
I don't have any actual
it's just placeholder.
family names up. I could just fucking.
But we have some.
Human name generator.
Yeah, we have some. We're just
the
spitballing.
Bingas.
Yeah, the Bingas. They own a small tavern in the Cloud District, and Joe Binga's Tavern.
Joe Bing.
Joe Big.
You've been here
name
16
is
times
so-
before. Yeah, no, that's So
Okay.
there's
Joe Binga goes to the fucking
Evaporation
lightsaber
chamber.
guillotine.
yeah the famed Binga family.
The Bingas being like, "Hey, yo, hey, come down to my space pizzeria."
So
That's how they got their noble privileges. They said, "Hey, Helms, give us noble privileges so we can sell pizzas to people."
the bastard.
That's another zinger, dude.
Oh my god.
I know your motivation, Joe. Ever since the pizza sales have been falling because of the Empire's arrival, you were afeared of this alliance. You
Yeah.
wanted to get rid of the king to stop the Empire's advance into the pizza territory. You were
Yeah.
afraid of nationalization of this industry.
They got the meatballers in on
Christ.
What
to send them.
that's a retro meme. That's not even vintage. That's a retro meme.
Well, so is the fucking getting nobility for pizza.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I'm just
Hey,
hearing it said.
Johnny, give me admin so I can spawn pizzas. Come on. Million?
Lord Kylos, send this man to the Binnick Chamber and have him rocked immediately. All right, General Retrine. We need men to perform this diversionary attack.
Special military operation.
Yeah, who do we got?
General Redrain will take a moment out of his pecan pie that he has in front of him.
A good choice, General. A very good choice. Be careful not to joke on your pecan pie.
um, and he'll look up and he will say that he can scrounge together some of the plain clothes that the fallen wild folk have worn and send them out to make an attack. Are we expecting these soldiers to lay down their lives for this cause?
We need it to be convincing, but depending on how many you send, I can potentially assist with both the medical treatment and the medical expenses.
If we can get
Well,
them in appropriate defensive positions where they might be able to hold and keep mobile long enough to survive, once the king is dead and Prince Sim is on the throne or has declared his ascension, we can take the men prisoner, put them back in uniform, and no one will know the difference. But they will know that the chances of survival will be not on par with a usual operation.
well, as long as we can guarantee payment to their families in case the untimely end is to come, I can scrounge together a crew. What should be their protocol is if they are captured?
They should, if they are captured, I believe we should be able to retrieve them after everything is said and done. Resist all attempts of interrogation. Give away nothing, and we will get them back to Imperial lines as soon as possible.
Nasira will speak up. I can also aid in this, given how pivotal it is to the campaign. I believe my personal duties can be diverted for a time.
I believe that that would be immensely helpful, and I think that Lord Kylos would be very appreciative of it.
And if not, we can find something that he will be appreciative of and put your name on it. When desired.
And she waves her hand about it. While appreciative, I do not need any help from. And she kind of forces a smile and stops what she was going to say, but says something else instead. While appreciative, I am not in need of any recognition from more overt matters.
Indeed. Kladdu will shut up and toast to that and not ask any questions.
Fair enough. Then
But
I think the only question is just to get the fine details of tracking through the city, getting into the palace, and making sure everything goes according to plan.
and Nasira will continue to speak. Well, if your relationship with the Helms is anything to speak on, you can likely use him as a noting yourself as an an additional aid to his forces as they storm the palace.
Agreed. I will make sure that all of the pieces are in place. John, recon, anything? We good? I think
think
we've
we're
got it.
good.
Yep.
I think we're good.
Yep. I
Yeah.
think we are prepped unless we want to make a grand procession, which I don't think we care about.
I don't think so. I think really, do we need to make any rolls towards planning a route for our boys, or
Knowledge tactics might help. I can...
Not right now. Once we get into the city, we'll have a extended skill check scenario,
Cool.
and we'll move it on into there.
Indeed.
got it.
I will also let everybody know that for us, not the boys, I will rent us an airspeeder so we look extra legit and we're on the books. Also, completely independent of whatever Sergeant Quasar does.
Okay.
Which you
Also, we should
yeah.
probably talk to Sergeant Quasar.
Yes, you need to give him the kill phrase. That's the kickoff.
Yes.
But I will put down the money for the airspeeder now, since I have announced it. So when we get into the city, we will have transportation, but we will have to get there, of course.
I will first make all endeavors to coordinate with Sim so that he knows that approximate kickoff time to touchdown town, and that we will be joining him in his valiant defense of the palace. Whenever that happens, if it ever happens.
Cool.
And after that, I think we gather everybody up, get down to it, and
Did I get my Mandalorians as well, or no?
I was thinking about that, Con, but I'm not too sure. They might be
They're-
helpful,
They're very
but
distinctive.
and their armor, they're probably pretty distinctive. Don't look like from it at all. Plus, do you care to lose them? I mean,
I do care to lose them, yes.
they could be our bodyguards, but that's going to be like
Them
about
the
it.
boys.
Them are the boys, and them boys are
That's
mine.
KJB right there.
Yeah.
That is KJB.
Those
are my homies.
I don't know that we need extra people to defend us. They could be like in our entourage as bodyguards, but I don't know that we need that. It would just be extra pieces that we may not need this time. Might be better to save them for later.
Yeah.
yeah.
We can't use the power of Mandalore Jones on this one.
I mean, we
We'll
can.
get to their
Uh,
glory later.
We can
We need to
use
use
the
the
power
power.
of...
No. We need to use the power of Mandalore the Economical.
Mandalore the Sleepy.
I am prepared.
On after getting shot once. God, I need to sleep after this. Put me in a.
Yes!
Okay. Then, I think we're ready, boys.
I agree.
Are you ready, kids?
Okay,
Yeah.
well, before we talk to Quasar, I'm going to go PP. and get some water. So, 10-minute break. We'll be back in 10 minutes.
Yep.
What in the Emperor's name is that?
Fuck you. Fuck you, Tom.
One,
But-
I threw by like turn 5. Like there was no way around it. And 2, we're doing Star Wars.
Oh, you want to just call it here?
Sure.
He's playing Joe Bingo.
Joe Binga chess.
Wait a minute.
Let's.
Wait. You don't do anything.
Okay.
I conceded he won.
Thank you.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah, me beat.
Truly
Yeah.
is totally not just immediately outclassed. 3 turns. Well, 3 turns I had recovery. 5 turns in I did not have recovery. But
I don't know what you're saying, man. As written, I resigned, so I lost.
this is true, but
That is true.
Yep.
I know the immutable laws of the cafe, and that is he who grows too proud gets fucked upon. That will never be me. It has claimed many a more socially capable soul at one point in time, at least. All right. And so we prepare. Quasar kill.
Code phrase, automonophobia.
Yeah, not exactly.
Code phrase: nightmare.
Nightmare.
Damn.
You can't say that. We actually cured his mental retardation. Back when Andre was good.
Haven't seen him in the recent times.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the gimmick is up because everyone, knows who
Knows who he is,
so-
yeah. So there is no real allure.
Yeah. But there's always going to be that level of, okay, what are you going to do? Rather than being like genuinely surprised.
Yeah. Just staring at him.
Dr. Kladdu stands ready to depart, all decked out in his noble finery, including the sword. He's got his
Yes.
little hover bot boy next to him.
Jerrick has his cope spacesuit.
And his cope cannon.
Sorry, pilot. Wait, is it a pilot suit or a spacesuit? Forgot.
Just a pilot suit, I thought.
Oh no! It's a flight suit with the cope helmet.
Cope helmets.
It
Perfect.
filters direct copium into his atmosphere.
Yep. It's a combat stimulant.
We'll get him next time, he says, getting shot.
He says, running away, shutting his helmet.
He says as he jetpacks away.
Yep.
Fucking cartoon villain, dude, just jetpacking away. I'll get you next time. Okay. Hand over the data stick to Sergeant Quasar. Give him the phrase.
Here's the phrase, and he doesn't even need to put the data chit into his own data pad just yet, but he nods his head and he says, it's about that time.
It is about that time.
Well, what can Cypher Agent 8 do for you?
Oh fuck.
I've been the pleasure of a cipher agent the entire time. Well, we're off to kill a king, Cypher. We're going to be infiltrating the city under distraction provided by another group. We'll assist the prince with the valiant defense of the palace against the armed insurgents, and the king will die in the crossfire. So, what I need for you to do is to get us in and to ensure that the prince, the prince accomplishes his ultimate goal.
And he looks at the data pad, and his data shit, and he puts it in. And if anyone wants to try to look it over, let me know. If not, he'll nod his head at various times.
I'll attempt a quick glance.
Okay.
As I stand nearby.
It'll be a very high DC to try to.
Jerrick will also
Does anybody
cock an
wanna help?
eyebrow. Or actually, he will help him.
Yeah, hit that 10. Hit the 10.
Yeah, show me a 10 or higher.
For perception.
I will not help because my fucking
Yes.
perception
Yo,
shit.
let's fucking go, boys.
Let's see.
+2. Let's see it. 30.
30 bomb.
So it's the 30. You can look to the data pad, and if you want to be stealthy about it, give me a stealth roll. If not, that's fine too.
Well, boys, it was a good time.
I know some insider secrets now, and jolly good.
And they know I know.
15. Not nearly as bad as that could have been. That was a nat 18.
-4.
Whoa, no.
I'm an old man. Who are you? I'm from ancient Greece.
Who are you? I am from ancient Greece.
Hi, Critias.
If the Cypher agent, formerly known as under the guise of Sergeant Quasar,
How did we not know this? Sergeant Quasar is such a stupid name. How did we call him?
We named
And then he goes, "Hey, that's my real name, by the way."
By the way, didn't we almost kill him?
Yes.
Okay.
we
I
threatened
just wanted to make sure of that.
Now I don't know if we'd have been able to, but we threatened to.
Well,
We threaten everybody. It just comes with the territory.
yeah, I mean,
I'm just inherently threatening.
it's the offensive thing to do.
you, as you look to the data pad, you don't really recognize too much of what's going on. There's as with the name implies, there's a heavy cipher that is being used, and to try to rapidly decipher it is something that Quasar, or at least Cipher Agent 7 or 8 rather, sorry, knows how to do. You, on the other hand, not so much, but you do know that there is quite the bit of information being sent to him, and he is looking it over. And simultaneously, as he is reading, he is talking to you, and he says, "Well, how do you want this done? Do you want me with you? Do you want some sniper support? I can do just about anything you guys need me to."
I mean, ultimately, if you just kill him yourself, that'd be fucking great. But
I could do that. Hey, he doesn't like it. Doesn't even seem boastful. It's just, yeah, I can do that.
Actually, not much of a bad idea. Would it be possible? Why even phrase it like that? I already know. If you could plant evidence, communications, transit logs for a Joe Binga before this man dies.
Yes, the infamous Joe Binga family.
The
we'd
Binga
like you
crime family.
We'd like you to make it seem like the Bingas did it.
Not, you want me to plant evidence?
I think that would be a most fortuitous circumstance, because then that's completely disconnected from everything we're doing. Fewer loose ends that way. Alright, Rafan?
I'm gonna need a new chair. You're gonna hear me fart in a sec. I can't stop farting.
I was about
Dude,
to
my
say something
chair-
serious there, but I couldn't.
My chair is actually broken.
Die.
Oh man. I was like,
Dude,
I was,
I'm trying to fix my chair. Shut up.
stop laughing.
It's not funny. It's broken.
I can't help it.
It's not funny. It's broken.
Fuck.
You can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.
Okay, I think I got it.
Sweet.
I was gonna say, so
You need to
the
say that.
so the plan is for Cypher 8 to kill the king and plant evidence on this individual, correct?
Yes, Joe Binga. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you want him to kill him?
You guys want him to kill him too? Yes or no? Because
Kill
the
the
last
king.
comment he made. Yes, the last comment he made was just plant evidence. But do you guys want him to do both?
Kill the king and plant evidence
Evidence.
of the
Yes.
of the individual at the scene
Yes.
of the murder. So,
Joe Binga. Yes.
Is that feasible?
Is yes.
Yes. The individual, the entity knows.
I
as
just
Joe Binga.
I wanted to be clear because the way he said it before, or it was a joke, was plant evidence. So I'm just clarifying. So kill and plant evidence.
Is that what you're requesting of him?
Ideally, yes.
I'm getting nods. I think I'm nodding too. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We're nodding.
And if he has
Okay.
any, if he has as the Cypher agent, I will say, if he has any, requests, or if he has any, he needs support from us to help him in any of this, feel free to ask away. As
It really just depends on how far Joe Binga's tavern is from the throne room.
do I have, well, I have the palace.
You know where the palace is.
Well, I have the palace recorded.
Yeah, you don't know where Joe Binga's tavern is.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Could
You
I
have been here
potentially-
0 times before.
Could I potentially find out through my bureaucracy knowledge or through a gather information once we're in the city?
Once you're in the city, you might. It would be, yeah. That would
guess-
be.
I think if we had to make an all or nothing call, is it plant evidence or kill king?
Plant
Yeah,
evidence.
I mean,
what's
kill-
the priority?
Yep.
Ideally, is kill king. That's the here's the thing.
I must
I mean,
disagree.
granted, I mean,
Okay.
planting evidence to kill the king is only so much it's only good if it actually gets done. Our
Yes.
plan only works if the king is dead.
Yes.
I don't give a fuck about ultimately, I get it.
And we can kill the king.
Yes, we can walk into his bedroom and give him the fucking rocks in the sock party, and then he's not alive anymore.
Joe Binga sends his regards.
Yeah, we can even say it, even though we know it's a meme.
Christ.
But we could open the door, say hello, the attack has been averted, Joe Binga, and then just beat the crap out of him. But that part's not hard. Getting the evidence, getting the connection, and someone to blame is the hard part. I think that should be the priority. If he can come in and do both, that's awesome. But
again, the disconnect is though, Dom. We can go into his room, kill the king, and then walk out, and then everyone just goes, "Hey, they just killed the king." Whereas the Cypher agent, yeah, but that's that's Antil, okay, Antil? Calm down, Antil. You know, the whole point is we need the king dead, ultimately. That, I get it. You know, if here's my idea at least, is regardless if the king is still alive, and if we have to kill the king ourselves, that puts us in a worse spot. If the Cypher kills the king, yeah, I mean, we could also be in charge of planting the evidence of Joe Binga into his tavern, if you really wanted to. It's innately, that's where I get it. The hard part is killing the king. That is the innate hard part.
I see your reasoning. I just personally disagree.
Because innately, again,
killing him is not the hard part. It's just not getting blamed, because I'm pretty sure we could kill the king. We're capable of actually killing the king. It's just, getting away with it.
Getting away with it, and because we're not going to be... Okay, the idea is ultimately, right? If the Cypher agent, it has a slight chance anyways to not be blamed on us anyways if the king is dead, right? Because we already know who's going to come into power. You know? That's already innate.
But he's going to be potentially closely watched by his rivals, and if they have enough of a rallying cry, such as patricide, he might not be the king for very long. If we have a strong call against his rivals, not only can he knock them out, but he also has a strong defense of, look, I didn't do this. Look, they did it. Fuck them. If we do it, it's the same thing, but now there's always that potential threat of we're connected to that evidence. We can similarly be connected to the king, but there's more layers of defense if we kill the king. If we kill the king, we have the defense of the evidence, and King Kern, or Sem, sorry. King Sem will vouch for us, and the evidence already vouches for us. If we get the evidence, we have to be the sole line of defense for the evidence, because after that, things start falling apart. I think it's a lot easier if we kill the king, if it comes down to it. Because the Cypher agent may still do both. So I think priority should be evidence and then kill. But that's my reasoning.
Evidence and support the other group, maybe?
I don't care about the other group. Like Kladdu said, like,
Or
oh
just-
yes, I will pay for them to die. I don't care. Throw some into the binnock while you're at it.
Crisis actors into Binnock. Throw crisis actors downhill.
Yeah, like if there was a priority, it
Drop
would be
kick a crisis
it would be 1, plant evidence, 2, kill the king, 47 other things, 49 help the crisis actors.
Roundhouse kick a crisis actor into the sun.
Actually, kill the crisis actors might actually be above help than Kladdu's mind. Yeah, I'm gonna vote no on you too, John.
Since okay. I mean, you guys can,
I think it's a very valid concern. I just personally, in my mind, think it should be the other way around. But I think it's still very good.
I will go to your guys's
What's the vote?
ideas, because it does not matter to me.
What's the vote?
Recon.
Huh?
What's the What's your take?
Yeah, I can totally see how, getting the evidence might be a little more important than, having the Cypher agent do the deed himself. Super cool if he can, but...
I mean, how would we get the evidence?
We would have to go to the tavern during the attack, get something palpable that we can connect to the individual, and then bring it back to the scene of the crime, probably after it's happened.
Yeah.
Or make up transmissions from the palace towards, just fake a bunch of logs.
Which
but
I can do, but the check to see that they're fake, it's defensible, because I know how that works, because I took the skill in it. It's defensible if you don't really have access to them, but if you have access to those logs, so if somebody gets them from SEM, it's actually not that hard, and you don't actually need use computer to do it. It's a perception check, so anybody can do it. So falsified logs are not the most foolproof. If the Cypher agent could do better, which is his whole specialty, it would be better than anything I could roll.
Yeah, probably that. And we just blow up the king with the droid with thermal detonator.
Back to the droid plan. A classic.
Think that's the vote then. Evidence 1, kill 2.
I would hate to just get a Cypher agent totally for evidence, considering he's kind of a hyper lethal badass, but
I mean, he's, what he does is ultimately been paid for, so it's really
did we
how
sell
much
our
you
soul
want
for
to
evidence?
how much you want to try to extract out of the favor that you now owe. Is a way that you could look at it.
I don't see it as much of a loss. Cypher agent, soft skills are as badass as Cypher agent, sharp skills.
This is true.
Yeah, I mean, it secures the fallout. It's just it'll put a lot of onus on us to make sure that the killing of the king actually goes through.
I don't trust us. I'm not gonna lie. We fuck up literally every single thing.
What do you mean?
We have killed a lot of people.
Not
Yeah,
fucking
but this
secretly.
is the one thing that we're really good at is
This is
killing.
yeah, but the thing is, we're really good at killing things and making it public. We're not good at keeping it secret. And I can
but if
assuredly tell
everybody
that
in the room is dead, then
it's a fucking palace. It's a palace.
Everybody in the
but
city.
it's only one room that he can be in.
It's a palace. The main issue isn't killing him. The main issue isn't killing.
Right there with us. It's
The main issue.
It's going to be covered up right there.
The main issue is not killing him. The main issue is leaving the palace and then everyone in the palace just not going, "Hey, you guys just killed the king, lol."
Well, that's why we kill everybody in the palace. Joe Bingo is just really
man. I'm gonna go take a walk. I'm gonna go take a walk. I'm gonna go take a walk. Do whatever you guys want to do. I'm gonna go take a walk.
You've got a fucking skull slope of 90 degrees. Y'all
niggas be fucking talking about fucking Joe Bingo for the last 2 hours, trying to determine what the Cypher agent should do, when the original deal was kill the fucking king, you stupid morons! Just kill the king, please! Alright, I'm gonna go for a walk, bye.
No problem.
I don't know what his. I think our plan is rock solid.
I mean, it's
Alright.
not even kill everyone in the palace because Sim is going to be there with us. We're defending the palace together. It's that the king gets caught in the crossfire is the plan.
Indeed.
Listen, we could even just have a fucking. We can 9/11 the palace. Thoughts,
Well,
guys?
that's the Malgus approach.
Yeah, you can
we've-
Malgus.
Well, no, I mean like go so fast that everyone dies in and around the shuttle.
Okay.
I mean
well,
like actual 9/11.
Well, I don't think the Cypher agent will sign up for that one.
Well, I don't
Yeah,
mean
that-
him. I just mean like we steal a shuttle that's not ours.
Oh,
and not
we do it.
Imperial.
We already have.
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
I
and then
already paid
we-
for it.
And then we die.
No, and we don't fly it. We remotely fly it into there. Have a droid nearby to the
Oh, here we
palace.
go, back to
Walks
droid.
into the bowl and blows up the king.
It's like talking to fucking Varen, dude.
Wait, what? Wait, where's the
That's
droid
a
coming?
bad.
Where's the droid come into play in this plan? I was following you until
So-
you said you're like,
The
then
shuttle-
we,
listen,
we
listen,
fly,
listen.
fly the shuttle into the palace, and then a
Yeah, we
droid walks up
9/11
and blows up the.
We 9/11 the shuttle into the palace, right? And then we doubly make sure that the king is dead, but we have because we have a droid nearby with thermal detonators, right? And he walks in or flies into the hole that was made by the shuttle and finds the king and blows him up.
I'm back. We're still talking about this. We're still talking about this.
The droid
We're
shouts in its like robot voice. Jobinga sends its regards, and then blows up.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes.
We're back on the droid plan.
Nothing is
It's
changed,
foolproof.
This is just
Literally full.
No, I'm gonna go for another walk.
Oh, good. But
Okay, let's say we go with Khan's idea here. What the fuck do we do if he kills the king?
we would have to go.
Scratch our balls.
Yeah, we would have to go to Jobinga's palace, or tavern. Sorry.
Tavern.
Yeah, we'd have to gather the evidence, make sure it's good evidence.
You are the
Okay.
the background characters.
Let me go back to this as well. By the way, let me go to this. The information that we need to, perhaps the information the cipher agent, does not have to do it right away. There is called a thing of, there's panic and confusion, right? So while the panic and confusion happens, the cipher agent, while that happens, can go plant the evidence while that happens. Because, again, soon as the king dies, Sem is in charge. Guess who's in charge of the investigation? Sem is. Guess where Sem can go once the cipher agent has planted the evidence? Joe Binga's house. Boom, boom, boom. Guess
Not-
what?
not
Mission
necessarily.
success.
The other families don't necessarily respect Sem, and even if they did, this again, if he goes and kills the king and we just wait it out, we leave a lot of potential room for enterprising individuals to see, oh look, there's an attack on Sem, his dad is dead, maybe I don't agree that he's king right now. And look, all of my boys can leave my tavern, Jobinga, and deal with him anyways. Or, conversely, all this happens, and Sem, magically is looking for evidence at Jobinga's after the death of his father that, he conveniently, not having the evidence already, just goes to Jobinga's. Wow, how convenient. My political rival has this evidence. After the fact, I think it leaves more questions that immediately point back to us. Or, if not us, then Sem. And ultimately, we need Sem to be in a position of power, not a position of weakness. Otherwise, we could literally just kill him and everybody else and then announce military governorship, which we decided we did not want to do. Because the threat is not, once Sem is in power, he has absolute power. It's, once Sem is in power, he has to maintain this against all of the threats that are still there and may not necessarily appreciate him. Because again, even just a week ago, the Freemen were a real problem for his brother and him. made up or not.
We know the Fremen were fucking controlled by fucking Anders. We all know that.
This, or this is just me. Maybe Sem made up the whole Freeman thing, and it's literally just other factions of the city that he's just conveniently saying, "Oh yes, these outsiders, they don't know anything. I'll just call them Freemen, and they'll kill my political rivals in the military and elsewise." There could have been an all-out revolt against his rule, and we just happened to bulldoze it under the pretense of some tribals. So his rule may not be ironclad unless we help him. And I think that that is the most important thing. And that is also why, in the beginning, I stressed that over killing the king even before this. But that's where I'm coming from. It's just now John is seeing my reasoning after the fact. Thank you, John.
I just know we're gonna fuck it up.
I don't think so. I think we kill real good. I think the Cypher agent does everything he does real good.
I think, I mean, if he kills the king, then I'll stay back in camp and I'll sip on a space martini.
Leave Sem to
Hey,
his
man,
devices.
mission accomplished. I mean, take it from the top. Let's walk all the way through it. The secondary diversionary group, dressed in plainclothes, is going to create a diversion, stage an attack in the city, cause chaos. As this happens, get into the palace, and then, as I think Lord Kylos himself described, state their intentions, which were to kill in the name of Joe Binga. And then after that, the king dies, unfortunately, in the crossfire. And from there, we have our evidence provided by the diversionary group to arrest Joe Binga. This is all of the base plan without the Cypher agent ever being involved. We were always going to be with Sim at the palace because we contacted Sim and set it up.
Yes.
So we would be with him and then ensure that the king dies. Yes, right? Everybody
Yes.
tracking? The Cypher agent is a buff. The question is, how do we use the buff? We've already established the plan to kill the king without his assistance. The only thing that his assistance in killing the king allows for is for us to do something else. Or if we don't want to do something else, if we want to kill the king, then he can do something else that gives another buff. It's just, what is a more reliable application of the favor that we have called in? The evidence makes it foolproof, assumedly, that we can blame it on Joe Binga. God, what a funny name. If we don't kill the king and we are responsible for the evidence, that's what we'll be responsible for. And we're gonna make that up on the spot, basically. We're gonna get into that tavern or wherever the fuck and try and figure out, how do we implicate this man on site?
Which will already be post facto. Which, at that point, we may even want to just consider cutting our losses and leaving Sem to his devices. Because
we just trust the diversionary group has done their duty and said, for the glory of the Bingas.
Because the thing is if we fail at collecting the evidence, we could very easily do more harm than good.
Yes. Because if we are going to assume that we are going to fuck this up, what is worse? Fucking up killing the king or fucking up planting evidence after the king is dead?
I would personally say planting evidence after the king is dead, because that has a cascade effect. Fucking up killing the king means a harder cleanup, but we do not cascade into us already having a plan for the fuck up.
In which case, I think we're back to square one. Are we a little more resolved in that position?
I have a visual representation for us.
Okay, here we go.
So if you all look
Alright,
at Big
draw
North Central
together.
here,
There's a fucking paint in Discord now, right?
Yeah,
hey, look, check it out.
Yeah, draw together.
yeah, it's really pretty.
Holy shit. See, this is where our planning gets us.
And so shuttle goes in, shuttle blows up, and then next scene, Droid comes in,
God.
and then Droid blows up.
I think with that, after that presentation, how can we be swayed to something else? That's gotta be the way.
That's fucking funny. I don't care who you are, that's fucking funny.
Yeah, that's basic.
Jerrick Lant pulls out his little fucking hollow thing and goes, okay, hear me out, check this out, check out what I just made. He's showing the Cypher agent this. The Cypher agent is just kind of staring at it blankly, just, yeah, okay.
A droid.
Yep.
Yeah, any droid you can get.
Make sure it's got thermal detonators.
Yeah, as long as it has thermal detonators.
That is the important part.
He's basically driver. He's giving you 5 minutes, and you're telling him to go place some documents.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to have hired fucking Jason Statham, the transporter, dude.
Brain Blast, could he make the quote-unquote plainclothes crisis actors seem a lot more convincing? Make their... just happen to make their approach and attack on the castle go extremely well?
Well, the plainclothes are Imperials.
Yes.
Yeah.
He just happens to support them against any
Augment their
opposition.
force.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he could be a sniper. That's what he was offering before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sniper,
Yeah, that's-
saboteur, and then in that, if he could also take out the king, that would be best.
In that capacity. I mean, yeah. If they declare for Joe Binga and then the sniper blows the king's fucking head off, I mean, I'd say that's a pretty good convincing argument. Sans any planted evidence, because the original plan didn't have any planted evidence at all, so...
Wow,
Can
did
go
we?
with
Yeah. Let's just.
we could build
John is
ourselves
right,
a
and you guys
cons.
are all losers.
Yeah, we just spent like an hour just
Not an hour.
talking about
But
But
talking about
we have
planning it.
cemented the foundations of this plan. Don't you do a disservice to my circular logic. I've walked myself deep into this path, okay? Don't...
Honest too ahead of his time. They hated him because he was right.
Khan
Listen,
said the
we-
thing, and then Jordan said, "Wait a minute, why don't we do this thing that is my original idea?"
Exactly.
Wow, John,
Thank
you are so smart.
I'm
Listen,
glad.
listen.
Yeah, let's
I
get a
was
clap for him.
when Khan said his idea, and then John said you have a forehead slope of 90 degrees. I was immediately Team John.
I may or may not have gotten a little too hypey on gaslighting John into my original plan, which is not this one. But I think if the sniper can make sure that the crisis actors do what they need to do, make it super convincing, and being reminded that they also will be crisis acting, not just killing. Then, I guess, if he can totally ice out the king in the same breath, then there we go. Though,
Perfect.
I may add to the plan that maybe we should kill the crisis actors in the moment.
Yeah, no, we should absolutely do that.
Is Khan
wait
back
for this.
yet?
Yeah, he's back. He's been commenting on his
Okay.
correctness.
I snap my fingers and slowly, I reach my hand through the screen and I grab Khan's forehead and I bring it back into normal.
It's like Play-Doh. He's like that guy from fucking Spy Kids.
Is he actually back?
Hi.
Oh, okay.
Khan, thoughts on my plan?
I'm gonna refrain from speaking.
If we die, we die.
I'm really sorry, Khan, that
And cause damage.
you said let's kill the king, and we said no, that's fucking stupid. And then Jordan says, "Wait a minute, I got an idea. Let's just kill the king."
You know what? I'm just
Ultimately, it all goes back to Antil, and Antil was always right.
No. We're all misconstruing the series of events here that have led us to this conclusion.
Yes.
Yeah,
What
Antil
had
said it
happened
first,
was-
Gon said it second, you said it
What
third.
had happened was,
Man,
I was saying
I'm not
that
saying
we
let's kill them
always
all. I'm
had-
just saying let's kill one person.
This is
I said we always had a plan to kill the king in place without the help of the Cypher agent, and Khan thought that I was going to bring the roof down on the palace and kill everyone. That was not what I meant. It never was.
Well, now that we have a
Roll it
Cypher
back.
agent,
Roll it back on the fucking tape.
I will be the one to own up to attempting to change the plan, but I will also say, John's the face here, so as soon as he agreed with Khan, suddenly the motion passed. So don't worry, Khan, you're in the clear. But yes, kill king mode. Let's go.
Okay.
I
So
mean,
the
I
Cypher agent will be leading the crisis actors and ensuring the death of the king in the crossfire.
Supporting
Yeah.
the crisis actors.
mean, because ideally, I'm just like, where it came down to, which I didn't get, was how are we even gonna tell them, hey, let's go to the fucking guy's house to collect evidence? We're still gonna have to do the same
Crisis actors
process.
will literally say for Joe Binga in the fucking.
Yes, and then and by the time that happens, the Cypher agent would have time to go over there and plant evidence.
The Cypher agent will be shooting this king in the face at the moment, so there will not be pretty much any time at all. But
That's the plan now. Con, were you asking about what we were plotting earlier?
No,
or
it's
you
all good.
think-
Don't worry. I'm just here for the ride.
Yeah.
It's all good.
yeah,
I just really like the idea of planning the evidence. I did before killing the king was our plan, but John has spoken. The vote has been cast. Cypher agent helps the crisis actors. Cypher agent kills the king. We don't need any evidence beyond that. We trust in the will of the Force and nepotism. And crisis actors.
you will not use the beast incorrect plan.
Obey.
I hold my fucking fingers up to my ear. Okay, so you don't want Recon's plan to go through. Okay, boom. I got it. All right, Recon, we're not doing that.
maybe
Sorry,
in like
buddy.
maybe in like a few levels, we'll use that plan on somebody. We'll use that fucking we fly a shuttle into their house, and then a droid comes out of somewhere, like a box or some shit.
Next door. It's next door. He's like, oh no, what happened? Takes out the
Wait
little
a
detonator.
Okay, hold on.
Smiles.
Hold the fucking phone. You know why I'm so familiar with this plan? You know, I've seen it before. And fucking an Attack of the Clones, when Jango Fett sends a droid to put poisonous slugs in Padme's room and it tries to assassinate her that way, and then later just shoots the shapeshifter lady with a poison dart.
Yeah.
Recon is just fucking Django.
What do you mean?
Recon's
Where's the 9/11 shuttle?
Recon's actually channeling George Lucas right now.
Yep.
Doesn't
Sending
Anakin
droids.
crash a shuttle?
I think he does.
I thought he
And
like.
then Obi-Wan has to like save him.
I thought he jumps out. Or...
Yeah, he jumps off Obi-Wan's onto
Okay, yeah, that's right.
the
Okay.
assassins.
I gotcha. I remember now. Been a long time since I've seen that movie. But plan has been demarcated.
Okay.
Okay.
Fuck evidence.
Well, unfortunately, I think we don't have enough time to do the. I think doing the extended skill check plus the fight all in one session would be better thematically.
Yeah.
So, well, now that is the cement or is the plan cemented?
Yes.
It's
Yes.
fired. It's not in the chamber. It's fired.
We're taking it out of the kiln.
Fuck
Yes.
it. Fuck it. We ball. This is the plan.
Yeah, we get.
That is not the
if-
fucking we
if
ball
things-
plan.
If things go
Okay,
wrong, we're making
okay.
it up on the spot.
We start.
We will not
next...
fuck it and we will not ball.
Yeah.
Obey.
Obey.
We start next session.
Yeah.
in the city.
Unironically, the recon plan is probably more like the fuck it. We ball plan.
Exactly.
Recon's
Yup.
plan is genuinely the fucking funniest plan.
I fucking love that.
It's the most awesome, based, and correct plan you have ever seen.
It's just
I-
it's just proxy
If we had the
conflict.
resources,
Don't fight yourself. Send
I love how he-
robots to fight.
I love how he picked out like a Naboo palace or whatever fucking still background he got.
he looked up Star Wars Palace. I guarantee you.
Yes, I did. I looked up Star Wars Palace. I looked Shuttle PNG.
I'll
I
make
looked
sure
up
this
Droid
gets into the
PNG.
video.
Oh, this
that-
is recorded. This is.
I still like the mind picture of like Jerrick Lant actually like showing the Cypher agent this. Yo, I got a plan. I got money. Let's go. This is my plan.
This is why my family's giving me money again.
My brain literally hurts.
It's okay. We are going with
Plan,
plan. We're going
how
with
can
plan.
you?
Fuck
I
evidence.
haven't fucking paid. I haven't.
It's,
I
it's
walked
been
away.
12 years and you're still not on my level. How many times do I have to beat you with this stick, Con?
I literally had to walk away because I was like, man.
Yeah,
I
we
was
got a
like,
modern day Sisyphus over here.
I had to walk away because I'm just like, you know what?
Me at the
I'll-
top, pushing the
I'll-
block back down.
Yeah.
I was literally like, I'll let them do whatever they want. Whatever they
as
want.
the boulder is falling down, he's like, all right, I'm walking away.
Yeah. Con
I
leaves
just
the-
know.
Con leaves the boulder at the top of the hill.
I just know. I have a feeling, and I don't know why I have this feeling, but I have this feeling that we are going to fuck up this aspect.
Explosions never fuck
Well,
up.
that's okay. We're going with your plan
Points never
now,
fucked
and not my plan. So I can just look at John and say, "I told you we should have had evidence, but you wanted to maximize. You wanted to venture capitalism. Your little cipher agent favor, you dumb guy. When literally we could have just shanked the old man to death in his bedroom.
Oh man. Okay.
But
I'm gonna refrain from
Listen.
speaking because I'm going to I'm going to say some
Listen.
dumb shit.
I will have all of the evidence that I need.
yes, because you are the face, and you have decided that Khan is right in this circumstance, and I believe it. I just had a slight different preference. So you have opposed me, and so now I will use all of this money to destroy you. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the idea, right? If we really wanted to, I'm sure we could really, like, again, if you want to create the evidence of the guy, we can just create enough evidence of the guy and have the cipher agent go to that point.
It's-
And then from there, when we have the access, when we still have the, the cipher agent in our midst, we would then have him, plant the evidence, because, assumedly so, the officials are going to be called to the palace, and then that's when the fucking evidence will be planted, and all the you can basically, you can say, oh no, we just happened to find it in this guy's spot, but no, we would go and raid every single fucking noble's house.
Oh hell no,
And-
that's not even close. But I could see why you wouldn't like that idea.
But yeah, that's the idea that I would go to, is we would basically just go and do that and then go from there, and that was the idea that I'm thinking. And then it's just innately, it just comes down to the idea of, if we kill the king ourselves with our bare hands, I don't put good chances on us getting out of that situation not fucking up in some way. And that's purely because not because I don't have faith in us. I'm just following the track records, and I feasibly don't find it a way in a heavily secured, fortified palace with probably thousands of people inside of it to have to convince thousands of people that, oh no, we didn't do it.
There are definitely not 1,000 people in a palace. Like, I mean, it's Star Wars. I don't know, but also there's not going to be 1,000 people in the private, well-defended royal quarters. My thought was, going into it, evidence gets planted before King even dies. There's already there is literally like a bed of roses made for this man to keel over on, and that's where. And this was my plan 2 sessions ago, so I'd almost beaten John, but not quite. Literally 2 sessions ago, bed of roses, literally full bed of all the evidence we could want from intelligence to lay the foundation for this man to die. And literally, I had any number of ways that we could deal with him after. I suggested poison. I genuinely backed Recon's explosives plan. Sorry, Recon. And then there's the literal shanking of Caesar. All of those, good. I think literally all of those would work, because, again, it frames the entire bed of roses. This has already been set by a person who, this is their literal life blood. They do this on a Tuesday. Whereas if I do this, or even if post facto we go to the guy's house, the best I can do as a PC with the skills and lack of feats that I have is a knowledge, or not even, a use technology, or use computer, sorry, versus the perception of anyone that ever exists. Untrained. If you are untrained in perception, you have a 1 in 20 chance of beating my forged evidence. No matter who you are. And there are thousands, if not millions, of people in Trenosk. If the evidence is shown publicly, 1/20th of the population will know the evidence is fake. Just no ifs, ands, or buts. And that's not including social pressure or people pooling together to prove it. So that is where I sat, and I thought it was a good idea, but I concede that killing the king does expedite things, and speed is good. And with him dead by not our hands, I mean, to be fucking honest, we shouldn't even be in the palace. Like, we should say, shit, Sam, get your shit together and run out the front door and let him deal with it. But, it works. I am down with the locked-in plan of Cypher Agent.
Innately, it doesn't matter to me. You guys make the decisions, but it just makes me laugh that I get called an idiot, and then John fucking said it, and then we all go to
That's
it.
because you opposed the face, but then the face liked your decision, and so now you are the smart one. And
So, but
I had to oppose it
I
long
really-
enough for me to say it.
I really do not care at the end of the day. I'm here for a good time. I do not care. I shoot things. I have no actual applications in fucking social combat or anything of the likes, or political intrigue. So
That's okay. You have been deemed worthy. I will sit with Recon and wait for the droid's plan, and slowly plot Rafan's demise for slighting me. No, I'm kidding.
That's actually Recon's new character, Destiny. He's gonna kill Rafan with the droids.
You know what's funny, Recon? When I get to a certain level, I start mastering explosives, and we can use things other than thermal detonators.
Yes.
And I'll have things like remote detonators and time detonators. We could get real creative.
I'm just saying. Roll the video back, and you'll see I was right the whole time. I was always on the winning side.
Yes, because you're the face, and you dictate the winning side. It is completely fine, John.
Look back on it and see exactly how I
like.
Look back on it and see exactly how I guided this procession right into the little niche hole it needed to be in.
God's plan, but John says it.
John, I need you to replace those bottom ribs, because that's your nose up your ass. You missed your dick by
smells like victory.
Yeah, you missed your dick by a good foot with that fucking autoerotic asphyxia. Can't even talk. You're just not worth it.
I'm like El Duce here, okay?
You're looking more El Duce, fucker.
I'm just guiding the natural conclusion and getting everybody on the same page. Roll back the tape.
Yeah, that page is a coloring book because you can't fucking read. Nah, I'm having a good time, and I think it's a good, solid plan. It's not my first choice, but it's a good choice, and I genuinely look forward to next session carrying it out. But I will meme John until it is done.
Listen, Dom, you're going to be sitting down, exporting this video, and you're going to be like, no, John did say it first, right from the beginning.
I hate to tell you this, but the plan is in the previous VOD. I could go and check it. Anybody could.
Sorry, change the plan this session to something a little more, me.
Yeah, we call that the effects of fucking gaslighting. But sadly, you resisted my attempts. But it'll be cool. I look forward to the skill check and spawning in. I also look forward to the combat, because I might be able to help somebody.
We actually haven't had combat in like 3 sessions.
Yeah, we don't typically default to beating someone over the head.
This is a VTM mindset.
It's
conditioned to be narrative characters instead.
It's a very high option to beat people over the head on reflex. And it's always there, but we don't have to. We have a couple other options.
Next session, there will be combat.
Well, regards of combat.
Kladdu cracks his knuckles and says, "Oh, what fun! The locals are getting feisty."
I mean, because ideally speaking, if we're gonna have combat in the palace anyways, we might as well have them send the fucking.
Bring your Mandalorians as our bodyguards.
Yeah, bring the Mandalorians as the bodyguards, and then also send the Cipher to do the evidence. If that's gonna be the case, if it's gonna be in the palace, that's the only. That would be the only situation where I would say plant the evidence. But that's
literally everything happens in the palace.
Yeah, but what are we gonna be fighting? Is the thing. How am I going to metagame the idea of us? We're gonna fight in the palace, you know?
Well,
that's where it comes down to.
I didn't want to ask myself that question, but if you're gonna ask it out loud,
yes.
Because I usually don't think of things this way, but if you're going to ask the question, my answer would be obviously our crisis actors to a degree, and anybody who is
In between us and the king.
Yeah, anybody who is unfortunately too close to the king when things need to go dark. And additionally, perhaps, unexpected elements that may be a little more accurate to our plan than even we imagined. Because again, problems in the court, potential threats to Sem even in his princely or kingly rule. Gee, I hope nobody decides to make a play for supremacy in those precious moments. I mean, if they do, we have decided we will kill them.
We killed him.
But that is what it is. That is the combat. If you're gonna ask, that is what you prepare for.